Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Amber waves of grain can get infected by a number of diseases, and some can make you sick. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. If you grind flour from your own grain crop, make sure it's healthy, as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
Check out our full lineup of Successful Farming podcasts. The Successful Farming podcast goes in-depth into the topics that affect farmers and ranchers. The 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast offers a quick conversation between an editor and a farmer. The SF Shorts podcast offers bite-sized interviews about agricultural topics. And the SF Daily podcast covers commodity markets, weather, and the big things happening in agriculture each morning. Search for Successful Farming wherever you download your podcasts. Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farm for tips, ideas, timely news, and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram at successful_farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at successful_farming.
Growing your own grain for homemade goodies is very rewarding, but watch out for diseases that can ruin a good loaf of bread. Julie Dawson is a horticulture professor at the University of Wisconsin. She says if you're planting a small grain crop for food, do not follow corn. There are diseases that live in corn residue that can cause problems for humans and are not a pleasant thing to have in your flour. One is Fusarium head blight. It infects wheat and barley spikes when they're flowering, especially in times of high humidity or rainfall.
If it infects the spike, then it can produce a toxin that can cause a lot of stomach distress. So it's called vomitoxin, and it's actually regulated by the FDA. It needs to be present at less than 1 part per million in food. So if you're growing at a very small scale, you might want to look into getting it tested at a lab if during the period where your wheat is flowering, it's raining a lot.
Dawson says there are seed-borne diseases that won't make us sick, but cause aesthetic problems in the grain and contaminate the soil for next year. Loose smut and common bunt are 2 common fungal diseases. Loose smut replaces the wheat spike with a black mass of fungal spores.
Scouting your field, looking for shorter plants with a black spike, and then roguing those out is important. It won't totally get rid of it, but it'll help. Common bunt is harder to see in the field, but you can watch for it when you're starting to clean the grain. That releases a mass of spores that smells like rotten fish, so you don't want it in your flour.
Reduce the chance of infections with crop rotation and good cultural practices, and don't replant seed from infected fields. Learn more about small grain diseases at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.